Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another video. In this one, I'm going to be replacing the vertical links on the rear of my car here. So I'm replacing this piece right here with the BMR vertical links that I bought off American Muscle. This video isn't sponsored. You only need a couple of tools really for this. An 18mm socket, 15mm, an impact, or if you don't have it, a ratchet works just fine. These have grease fittings, so you'll need a grease gun, and you may need a mallet to tap out, as well as a torque wrench for after you get it installed. But I'm going to install those for you and take you along. So if you're tight on space, you may want to use some shorter sockets instead of the long or the deep wells like I showed you before. So there is a nut on the back side here that I'll just show you real quick. So right here, it'll come off when this gets threaded out enough, so make sure you grab on or grab this after you loosen the bolt. That's top. Yeah, space is pretty tight, so I'm gonna take the rest of this off with just a ratchet. So space is tight, go ahead and just grab yourself a ratchet. So as a quick comparison, here is the new one that I'm putting in, and here is the old factory one. So as you can tell, the BMR one is square tubing, and so it's going to be a lot more rigid and not going to want to flex as much as the thin stamped steel one that comes from the factory. And also these bearings are greased, so they're not going to wear out nearly as fast as these ones will. I mean, I've had the car for about 40,000 miles and there's 86 on the car, but it looks like these are pretty much worn out, so it was more than due time to replace these. So we gotta get that popped in real quick and move on to the next side. Real quick though, do not fill the bottom one up with grease prior to getting it installed into its location, because as you push grease into this bushing, it's going to expand and fill up the voids, so it's going to make it really tight in here, and so you won't be able to really adjust it when you're trying to get it set in. So make sure you get this set in first, and then you can fill it up. The top one, you can do that beforehand, since it's not requiring to be set in place like this one. It uses this nut and washer, or this bolt and washer on the other side to hold it in place. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And once some of it starts coming out the sides, that's when you stop. Don't be afraid to give it a little tap. Alright. So, got that. Got the bottom one started. Now I can feed the top one in. And don't forget to grab the nut for the back side of the top bolt. And you can thread that down. And then you can start tightening. I'm just gonna get these snug for right now, because I still need to put grease in the bottom bushing here. So that's good there. Alright, and that's good there. Alright, before you torque it down, make sure to fill this fitting up with grease. So make sure you got enough pressure on there. And just start pumping it up. Alright. And if you start seeing it come out some of the sides, that's a good place to stop. So now that all of these are tightened down and greased up, I'm ready to torque them down. So for the top bolt here, according to the BMR specifications, it's supposed to be 81 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna get that set real quick. And then for the bottom bolt here, it's going to be 129 foot-pounds. Alright. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this whole process. It's going to be the same on both sides. And it's reasonably straightforward. You only need a handful of tools for this. I mean, the only thing you might end up needing to grab is a grease gun if you don't have one laying around. So that's pretty much it for this installation. So if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And I will see you in the next one.